Hello,
Hi,
sir.
how are you doing?
I'm good, sir. How are you?
Good. We are right now touching 650 people. You operate Zoho? It is from their company. He's an article trainee. He's 89, he comes in a bike and had done a LinkedIn post about him. Everything is digital. We don't have a single paper. I took all the data, scanned it, kept it in my folder. I told nobody will get data. Yeah, let us do it slowly, step by step. That never happens.
And if you run across here, you will find mirrors also. The intention of having a mirror.
Final call I take, but money he pays. Dabbu ange, dillu inge.
Welcome to Inside a CA Firm, a show that gives you an exclusive sneak peek into the daily operations of a chartered accountant's office with on-the-go conversations on the latest tech advancements in the world of accounting. Today we are in Bangalore to meet the brilliant team at Guru Jana, a firm that is known for its distinguished paperless and lockless management processes. Let's go right in. Hi sir, I am here to meet Guru sir. Is he available now?
You're good name, please.
I'm Harshini sir.
Harshini, I think you're from Zoho, right? Welcome to Guru Jana. Can you kindly go to second floor? Mr. Guru is available there.
Thank you so much.
He's in second floor.
Yeah, thank you so
can go
much.
like this.
Thank you. Hi, I'm here to meet Guru sir. Can you let me know where he sits? Oh, okay. Thank you so much. Hello
Hi,
sir.
how are you doing?
I'm good sir. How are you?
Good, very good. Thank you.
I wanted to ask you about what is Guru and Jana and all that, but before that I have a question in my mind. Why this kind of a setup? And it's very unique in a chartered accountant's office to have a open seating arrangement without a cabin setup.
Okay, if you can see that side, no? Just see, there's so many youngsters in the office.
Okay.
When you sit with youngsters, your blood is much more energetic. That could be one strange reason, but finally work has to happen. It's a collaborative effort.
Okay, okay.
If you sit in an office inside, you never get a collaboration.
Got it.
Half the time you are sitting in the cabin, you are never with people.
Okay.
And clients don't visit many times. Today everything is digital.
Correct.
And second, a cabin culture is something which was created here. Earlier we used to sit like this. It is such a claustrophobic effect. You sit within four walls when the entire office is open for you.
Oh, correct. Got
Here
it.
you can sit, you get a vision of the office. And to be with people is nice. To be alone is not nice at all.
Got it, sir. So, shall we walk around
Yes,
and then
please.
talk?
I'll just put off my machine.
Sure, sir. I have so much to ask you, right from your how did you build your firm to be paperless and how is your firm operating? A lot of questions.
We'll try to stand in the corridors as much as possible.
Yeah, sure.
Come.
Tell us about Guru and Jana, sir. Everything about number of employees to what are the operations that services that you offer to the number of clients, everything.
That will take a lot of time.
I'm
Okay.
all yours.
Okay, I'll try to make it as short as possible. We are right now touching 650 people. Hopefully, we'll be 700. We'll be close to 200 chartered accountants, company secretaries, cost accountants, so on and so forth. So, client profile, we are very uniquely mixed. We work with a lot of startup culture. That also explains how come I'm not in a tie. When I used to come to the office earlier, there used to be a tie. I used to wear an odd coat. When you go to a startup, that guy sits with the shorts and you go with a tie. It's such a difficult thing for him to relate with you.
Correct.
So as an office, almost we have become semi-formal. We work with almost 35-40% of startups. Another segment is foreign companies coming to India. Now, why these two segments? Easier to build competencies. I just need to build one competencies for startup. The same can be replicated in companies coming to India.
Okay.
And we concentrate mostly on owner-driven companies or promoter-driven companies. We don't go to the big guys. So we are in a sweet spot where the largest of the guys are difficult to handle, but these are smaller ticket items which will give you a better profitability and you can do hundreds of things as long as there's no conflict. I can do accounting, I can do MIS, I can do compliances, corporate law. 10%, yeah, there would be some marquee names which are global players. These marquee names are also important to get exposure.
Okay. And I got to hear your prayer song, and in that, specifically, I got to listen this phrase that says, "There is happiness in truth and honesty." So, what's the secret behind the prayer song, sir?
Yeah, very difficult question. And especially when you are shooting, it becomes doubly more difficult. So I was speaking to my teacher, his name is Mahatreya. Speaking to him, I am working so hard, I am very intelligent, I am hard working, do everything, but why are we not growing?
Okay.
And he told me a very nice sentence, the shortest distance between 2 points is a straight line. I realized, oh, that is it? So can we clean ourselves? As an organization, we started cleaning policies, practices, and that has given us results. And you can see that from 60, 70 people, we have reached 700 people over a period of 10 years. That's a happy growth.
Amazing to hear, sir. And I heard this infamous story of how your partners came along very naturally without any pre-planned orchestration. So I was very fascinated about that story. Would you like to tell that story to our audience as well?
Yes. I would always call it as the Leela of life. Each of them I met was strangest of the circumstances. And example is Surendra Reddy, my audit partner. I met him in a queue in a bank. Prashanth was even bad. He was going in the bus. He saw my board and walked into the office.
Okay.
Hina was crazy. She met my secretary in a paying guest sort of a reception area. Okay. Neelima was worse. She met an article of my office when she was house hunting.
Okay.
And there was a guy, Sri Lakshmi was in aerobics. She never used to speak to me. One day I went and met her. That's how Sri Lakshmi became a partner.
Okay.
Vijay Raja and myself, we went to Chennai.
Okay.
Vijay Raja is quite a popular fellow in the students community. We went to Chennai. I had heard of him, some name Vijay Raja, and he had also heard of me.
Okay.
And in Chennai it's a little warm, so I opened the windows as I pulled out my car and I heard somebody speak in Kannada. Immediately I called up and told him, "Sir, Bengaluru, sir." And he told, "How though?" We sat down in the car, stopped for coffee.
Okay.
Then we stopped for lunch. Between coffee and lunch, we became partners.
Okay. So, sir, whenever you talk about paperless office, it just doesn't come across as a buzzword. There's so much of commitment and there's so much of belief that you have put in, and that's very evident by the way you address in conferences or by the way you're talking to me right now. Why were you so committed in making Guru Jana paperless?
I remember in our old office, there was a TDS challan. Okay. One of the employees had lost the challan. And all the partners were sitting on the ground and searching all the files. And the challan was around 20,000 rupees, and this was in 2009. 20,000 was a decent sum of money those days. Today it's okay. 20,000 was a good sum of money. We got worried. Then I was telling my partner, Jana, this is not the way we function. Then I got advice that, look, unless you become tech enabled, you cannot do all this thing. And that time technology was slowly coming to CA firms. Now if you see, we are with you, none of our accounts are payroll, HR, recruitment, dashboarding, learning management systems, client acceptance procedures, exit procedures, everything is digital. We don't have a single paper. Appointment letters gets rolled out and somebody goes and clicks in a Zoho sign and it's done.
As a head of a firm, when you have a vision and this is your vision and you want to implement it at the firm, I'm sure without the teammates supporting you in it, it wouldn't have been possible. How was your team more receptive to your vision, and how did you get them on board to implement paperless office?
See, the first one is, it cannot be my vision. Okay. If it is my vision, we fail.
Okay.
All the partners, all the practice leaders, we sat together and it was an agreed vision among all of us. If I have a vision, it's my personal vision. I want to have a house. That won't help. Okay. It has to be an organization vision. So the buy-in of everybody is very vital.
I actually was about to ask you to introduce me to your wonderful team and also explain about the task and how work is delegated.
Lovely. Hi Radha. Come. Prashanth. Prashanth, this is Harshini.
Hello, sir.
This is Prashanth. He is head of tax. Okay. This is Jana.
Hello, sir.
He is one of my founder partners.
Okay.
We both started together, but actually it doesn't mean we both are founder partners. Okay. Prashanth was an article when we started, but he's a founder. Okay. I can't tell I founded the firm. He was there with me when I started. Okay. I'd like to introduce you to him. Come, you will like this. Mohan, come. This is something which is very nice.
Okay. Hello, sir.
Mohan, this is Harshini. You operate Zoho. It is from their company. He's an article training. He's 89, he comes in a bike and had done a LinkedIn post about him.
Okay.
It went well. And you get inspired by people like Mohan. No? He's 89 and he started his articles, and if you can just go around there and see the articles, he mixes with everybody.
Okay.
I reached 90 on 4th May.
Lovely. Yeah, I forgot to wish you. I'll wish you soon.
So,
No, not at all.
so I have one question for you. When the youngsters are still in the verge of learning,
You and others, all youngsters, they are the inspiration for me, in fact. Otherwise, I would not attempt it also.
Okay.
I'm doing my CA now.
okay.
And, wish me all the best.
All the best, sir. All the best.
Thanks, Mohan. First day when he came, he didn't know laptop. He didn't know a computer.
Okay.
So we had somebody to press his hand and tell press here. But in 15 days, he picked it up. We'll go up.
Yeah, sure.
Come, we'll just sit down here.
Yeah.
We'll have a cup of coffee and then go.
Yeah, sure. What is the thought process behind the architecture of this entire firm, sir? Because I see a lot of greenery and inclusion to nature.
The thing is very simple. Let us keep it economical. One. So we don't have air condition in the office. If you see the solar panels there, the entire office works on solar panel. Okay. Our electricity bill for 650 people in this building, 400 of them said, is not more than 10,000 bucks.
Let's say a CA who is looking to build a paperless office. What are the key pointers that they have to keep in mind before they even jump into the process?
Don't waste too much time on technology. Okay. All technologies are good. Okay. It is up to you how you implement it. Even if you take Zoho, whenever your tech team comes here, ask them to see what all we have used. We have killed the amount of portals we have inside Zoho. When you just go to our employee self-service portal, there will be some 20. But concentrate on two things. One, what are you prepared to lose? If you cannot give up, you cannot go. Okay. What are you prepared to lose? Second, if you want to implement anything, you have to have a Hitler. Without a Hitler, nothing can get implemented. For example, if you tell, let us do it slowly, step by step, that never happens. When we went paperless, I took all the data, scanned it, kept it in my folder. I told nobody will get data. If you want data, go to the tool, go and upload it there, raise a request, I'll give you the file. Okay. So the moment you start pushing so hard, and if you take in the CF fraternity also, ROC went paperless. Okay. And everybody told, how can I file an internet return? What is this? What is that? But from Tirupur to Gadag to Kashmir, everybody filed paperless silently. How they filed paperless income tax now? NCLT is paperless, ROC is paperless, the income TDS is paperless, PF is paperless. Why can't our office be paperless?
Correct.
Those global organizations are paperless.
This is very synonymous to how GST got implemented, right? And also demonetization when it came along, it was all overnight.
And we became the digital economy of the world.
Correct. If you got a chance to do a time travel, and if you got a chance to meet your younger self, what is the one message that you will give to a younger guru?
One thing I would like to tell is those days when a client leaves, I used to be very upset.
Okay.
Extremely. In fact, when I give a proposal and he doesn't accept, where did I go wrong? Where did I go wrong? Then I started realizing, no, it's a professional relationship. Don't bring too much of emotions into that.
Did you grow up to be demotional in the way, detached yet, happy about things?
No, I was not that way. I am very dissatisfied with my growth.
Okay.
I want to become much bigger. We have to be an iconic firm. But I am happy with where we are reached.
Okay.
So happily dissatisfied. We'll start going down.
Yes, sir.
Meghna, just call Jana from the top floor, please.
So I find this very interesting, the combination of the two of you. You're someone who is very outgoing, and I can see him more into processes and more, inwards. So how do you handle this very contrast combination?
Maybe that is our combination, it is working fine. Okay. Because he is a thinker and we are the executors. We are used to, from the day one we are used to. So
he doesn't take risks. He is a very risk-averse person. In fact, if you look at our portfolio in the office, he tells, let us put it in debt. And some partner tells, let us put it in equity. I go and tell, I put it in startups. So we are extremely different. And we fight enough.
correct.
We have fought enough.
Okay.
He'll tell like this, he'll look like this. We have fought enough. Whatever I tell, he'll not agree. Then I'll have to make it happen.
Who's the person who
Guru.
Final call I take, but money he pays. Dabbu ange, dillu inge.
It's very wonderful, sir, for founding partners to have extreme, characteristics and the way of thinking. To come together and build such a big firm is actually very, very mind-boggling for me. So I'm amazed as how you balance it, both of you together. Even though despite of all the disagreements and all that, you at the end of the day come together on a common point and then agree on building this firm.
I don't know.
Finally, Guru only balances it.
How are the initial stages, sir? Now that you got along really well and you know each other's temperament, you know how to convince each other. But during the initial stages, when
He was more aggressive. You can't meet him, you can't touch him also.
And no, even now we don't meet. Even now we disagree in most aspects.
Okay.
But then finally we tell, okay, let's try it out.
Okay.
Let us go with the flow. Let us not block the flow, let us go.
What is your secret to fitness, sir?
No, I've been putting on weight. I have to.
No, you've been running down up the stairs up and down
That helps a lot.
more actively
I
than
cover
me.
some 4,000 steps in the office itself. This is Vijay Raja.
Hi, sir.
This was another strange thing. Vijay Raja, and I told you how I met him.
Yes.
He was a teacher. He has taught more than 50,000 people now.
Okay.
And we wanted somebody to head the consulting. I called him at night 8 o'clock. Raja, consulting somebody has to head.
Okay.
He told, okay, from next week I'll stop teaching, I'll come to office. So that's how things become so easy.
So I saw a lot of wonderful frames in every floor on the wall. So would you mind walking me around on what's happening in each of those frames?
Absolutely. I will just go there and then we'll speak about it as we go.
Sure.
So I'll just run through some of them for you.
Sure.
If you see all these, this is our Diwali celebrations. We have our Diwali celebrations happening in office. So we celebrate all festivals. And if we run across here, you will find mirrors also. The intention of having a mirror is to say that normally when we keep seeing the photographs, everybody smile and sometimes they get a feeling, hey, I should have also been there on the wall. So we say you're also there. You're always part of our office.
This is basically there in every floor.
Exactly, they have that one in every floor. We have these different events that happens. It can be a sports event, it can be a cultural event, and this of course is our entire office members.
So I can see a lot of excitement here happening after pandemic, seeing each other and all that.
That's right.
Yeah.
So normally what happens is once you see a photograph, those smiles, we'll just go back to those days. And in fact, for some of them, we also tell them saying that, look, this is how you used to look a few years back, and maybe you put on some weight, now start using the stairs rather than the lift. Okay. And to climb the stairs now, it's a joy.
Thank you so much, sir. Wonderful talking to you, and thank
Pleasure
you
is
for
mine.
taking us through the memory lane of Guru and Jana.
Neelima, this is Harshini.
Hi.
Harshini. Neelima is our tech partner. She
Okay.
was doing audit.
Okay.
And when we understood the importance of tech, I told her, can you be a tech partner and drop audit? What she was doing for 15 years, she dropped it in 3 minutes.
Ma'am, as someone who is heading the technical implementations of the firm, what were your initial challenges in exploring tech applications?
See, in the market currently there are so many tools, every tool has its own features. But Guru Jana being predominantly a technology firm, when we started and we had tools adding to the usage, and over a period of time we had more than 50 plus tools for various purposes. So that's when we thought it was very difficult to toggle between various tools. So we thought, why don't we move to 1, 2 or 3 tools? And that's when one of the thing which we have started using was Zoho, where you have multiple applications and everything is right from you start, maybe the CRM, could be the books, could be the dashboards which give us important I can see the insights. Everything has come into one phase, and that's become a way of life at Guru Jana now, and all this has made our process extremely seamless.